Oh. Let there be peace and love among all beings of the universe. Let there be peace, let there be peace. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Namaskar, Namaskar. Welcome to satsang. Fear of death and how to get rid of it. All men and animals are afraid of death. Everybody is afraid of death. And whosoever is afraid of death cannot avoid his next birth. And if you remove this fear, you cannot have the next birth either. That means you become liberated while yet alive. Otherwise, this cycle of transmigration is not going to end. We are here because we have not done our job properly, which has brought us here. The karma has not been finished. The desire, the longing for desire is hanging, therefore we are here. So let us make the best of it this time and not to return on this stage of suffering and misery once again. The best of all is close association with a realized teacher. It will remove the fear of death, because it will always tell you, he will always give you instruction, do not desire for anything that is changing. Always aspire for the changeless. Now we have to find out, every one of us desires what is changing, what we want, what we love. From the childhood itself, that changes. Even our body, once upon a time, everybody was a child. It changes, became youth. Childhood has gone, it become youth. Then old age. Youth is gone. But after old age, death and disease and suffering and death, and this will continue. So, if someone has discrimination, Siddhartha has done it by one trip outside of the palace, and he saw a man, sick man, a man who was old, a man who was dead, and he decided, all this life is changing. How to find something which does not change, and he decided to be free of all this changeful world. Look at the world. Anywhere you go, everything is changing. Everything is changing. And we aspire for what that is changing itself. How can we have rest? How can we have peace? How can we have liberation? So we have to see, we have to find out what is changeless, immaculate, love, knowledge and bliss and existence within ourselves. Our body is changing and it will fade away someday. there is something through which we can see, we can smell, we can hear, we can taste, and we can move. What is that? Through which we see, through which we taste. What is it? Where does it rise from? What is it? That nobody knows. Only I am doing, I am seeing, I am looking. And then this look goes to something which is beautiful, object of beauty, and we get lost. So this is how it happens. So now you have to return at the source of where this changeless is seated in the cave of your heart. No one knows where is the cave of your heart. There abides the changeless, ever free, immortal, shining, through which the sun shines, through which the moon shines and the stars and the fire. That doesn't change, and you are that. But you don't believe it. You are so convinced that I am the body, and this is me, this is mine, and this is my relation, and this belongs to me, and I belong to so and so. So that is going to be the transmigratory cycle, what is called, endless, because you have given rise to it. Otherwise, this also doesn't exist. You have to question yourself, where does this rise from? And other one is constantly meditate on that, on yourself, waking and sleeping also. You will forget the fear of death, always meditating on the self, sitting, standing, walking, working, wherever you are. And if this breath leaves or does not leave, that's not your problem, because you are in meditation. And in meditation, there is no fear of death. There is no fear of death at all, because you are engaged in meditation on the self, and you are meditating that which does not change. And second best could be to observe the prana. That of course I don't advise, because there are certain regularities, dietary instructions, changing of habits and environments too, and in these times it's very difficult for us to change our habits. And special diet also, very sattvic food is to be taken, otherwise that is also very effective, because the mind and the prana has the same source. If you control the prana, mind is controlled, and when you control the mind, prana is controlled. And that is the knot between changeless and the change, and you have to release this knot, and then the soul will be free from the concept of the body. This is how it has to be done. Few have done it, and others are in the process. Every one of us has to return home. We have to. We are only postponing because we are now engaged somewhere else. We have forgotten way home. How long we stand in the supermarket. The gates will be closed and you will surely repent. And we have repented last time also. And this is the result. We are very lucky to have this farm once again. There are millions and billions of farms, less than the human farm. Very small creatures, very small worms. We are blessed to be just 6 billion human beings. Among 6 billion, how many are they who have desired to be free and are here in satsang? You represent all the world, drawn from different countries. I don't think that you have heard from your parents this word, I want to be free. Your parents have not discussed with their children, my dear children, let us meditate. Let us find how to be free. Have your parents done so? Have your relations have done so? Have your society has done so? I don't think. You are the only one from your family, maybe from your state, maybe from your country. If you have a survey of country-wise, I think some of the countries are missing from Middle East. I don't find because they are not allowed. Some countries in the Middle East, they are not allowed to raise a voice, I want to be free. Someone did so and he was stoned to death, like Mansoor. He raised the voice, I want to be free. He was not allowed by the church. Church wants you to attend the church, that's all. The Christians also want you, and other religions also want you to attend the church. You will go to heaven. If you don't, to hell. And where is the religion that has no heaven and no hell and no fear? You take out the fear from the religion. Where is the religion? Fear of church, fear of commandments. There is no religion which leaves you free to be free. You have to obey the church, you have to obey the priest. Come to the church. If you don't, you will be transported to hell. That's all the fear imposed on you. You can't be liberated. Here is one religion, no religion at all. No man-made religion, no shepherd to herd the sheep. All the founders of the religions have been shepherds, shepherds to herd the sheep. Just you have been herded by the sheep. Don't be herded. You are lions. And lions have no lion herd, I believe. Wherever the lion goes, that is its track. If you walk on a treaded path, you are sheep, you see. So cut your own way for the first time and don't walk on what your teacher has told you. Teacher of the religions are preachers, they are not teachers. Anybody who tells you do this and do that is not a teacher, is a preacher. They have some interest in you and they become leaders to destroy you. So you first of all have to get rid of all those churchian mentality. Get free, you are here now for freedom. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid of hell. heaven. They exist in your mind. No one has seen hell, no one has seen heaven. And that will be done after death. No one has seen heaven in the life, neither the hell. Hell is here. If you don't win freedom, here is the hell, because you are afraid of death. This is hell. This is hell itself. You are in the hell. If you have fear of death, you are in hell. Because this punishment will be given in the hell again and again. Why not to remove the hell from the mind itself and be free of this concept? All are concepts, so get rid of these concepts of death and birth. Having done so, then give rise to a desire for the first time, I want to be free. Then search for a teacher, and your work is done. Now you are here. Well done, welcome. You hear your advice, only come here with empty hands. Keep your garbage outside the door. Come with empty hands. Don't bring anything in your hearts, in your mind. Don't ask anything, you see. Sit quiet. Still your mind, still your intellect. Sit for 1 second and you are free. Still mind, stillness of mind, stillness of intellect. No notions, no intentions, and no ideations. Keep quiet. Just for 1 second. I am sure you are free. Because freedom doesn't need any time, because you are always free. This is the bondage, the concept of bondage, which you have superimposed on the mind, has to be brushed aside. Has to be brushed aside by yourself, because you have imposed on the mind that I am bound. Where is the bondage? No one could show it. It's only a concept. And concept will stay as long as you are convinced that this is real. And concepts are real as long as you are dreaming. The snake in the dream, the tiger in the dream, the robber in the dream, who attacks you, you are afraid. This fear is real as long as you are dreaming. But when you wake up, where is the serpent? Where is the tiger? Where are the robber? Because they have disappeared, because you wake up now. So you are still asleep, ignorant of your own self. So now you have to wake up here and now. Then only you are out of this long dream of ignorance that I am bound. You have been hearing from your society, from parents, suffering, sorrow, death. Therefore you are simply following like sheep, you see. Don't look towards it. Turn your face towards your own self, once for all. Good luck. Okay. Yes. Yes, come in. What next?
Yeah, what next?
What next? Yes.
You were talking to me right now.
Okay, well, yes.
And
Did you listen?
Yes.
Will you listen? Okay, how far you have listened? How far?
You will see, I don't know.
Okay, you speak, I will see.
Papaji, so I wrote you this letter about this
Yes.
space being created. Now, sometimes when I ask who am I, with the who, it's like the body is starting to be pushed outside, away. And it's so confusing, as I have always been believing I'm living inside my body. No? When I have seen the other day in a book pictures of chakras and auras, and there's always the body in the center. And the aura is around, but it feels different, Papa. The center is the self, and the body is outside. Why do they depict it in books always the other way around? One starts believing it, that this is the center, and out there somewhere is the self, which is not true.
No, it's not.
Not true. And then I have been watching when there is moments of shock. I cross the road and there comes a car from behind or some kind of danger. In that moment, that space is like it gets... I'm back in the body in that moment. I am the body again, when there's fear. Yeah. So you said to concentrate on the self, and I've been doing this. And it's so difficult to explain, because the body is shaking when there's fear, and the car has been avoiding you. Yeah. And so asking who am I, it's like it's not that immediately that space is created again. So there's a process where some things I don't understand really. Okay. And I hope you will.
Okay. First of all,
important.
I don't say concentrate, I said meditate.
Meditate.
Yes. Concentration is on some particular object, then it becomes concentration. Okay? Meditate means becoming one with the self. Means if the water is poured into water, it becomes one, not two. So when the meditator is meditating on the self, it becomes self itself. That's called meditation. Now the self, which was before intended to meditate on the self, it becomes self. Now it became self. And now the body, the world, the universe is outside. Is outside of you. And you are seated inside, you see. And outside is the game, is the play, for your own playground, you see. It's your playground. And if you don't want to play, there's no playground. If you don't want to play, keep quiet also. If you want to play, go to the playground. And in fact, there was all stillness, peace, quiet, being, bliss and knowledge. Being, knowledge, bliss, before the creation, this was there. Nothing else was there. Then this day, this wanted to play. Therefore, concept arose. That's called mind. Then, universe, senses, objects. Then this is the play. And then when you meditate, whatever you think of becomes that which it thinks. So that meditation is called, when you meditate, you enter into that which you are meditating, and you become that. You be that. That's called meditation. And after it becomes self, how can you think it's inside or outside? There's no inside and no outside. And you keep still there. Keep still. It means mind is wavering. It's not meditation. I said every time, all the time meditate. And this meditation should penetrate into sleep state also. Always sitting, standing, walking, eating, acting. Then it will enter into sleep state, in dream state, and there will be no next waking state at all. It will transcend all the three states. So this has to be continued till last breath. Till last breath, it has to be continued. Total satsang is quite enough, because if you hear every day and speak every day the same thing to you, how long you will not listen? Just imagine. How long? You are given only few hours of your life, isn't it? You have given very few hours out of your life to me. It's no part of such.
You can have them all, Papa.
Huh?
You can have them all.
Okay. Very good.
PAPAJI,
Yes.
what way
Huh?
spiritual
Come here. Yeah.
what way or spiritual method is suitable for me to make spiritual advancement and to realize the truth?
No way. Yes, no way.
That
You need a way when you have to go to Delhi from Lucknow. Then I can suggest you go by air, go by train, go by road. So way you need when you have to travel from one place to another. Now you say, I want to be free. What do you want in this freedom? Where you have to go? Where is the Atman? How far located? How far is your Atman located from you?
everywhere. Everywhere. It is everywhere.
Everywhere. So, if it is everywhere, where can you go? Stay quiet. Do you follow? Then, stay quiet for 1 second. This is the only way.
That seems very
First understand, then go to next question. Stay quiet for 1 second and tell me the result. What have you heard? What have you heard? What did I speak? What did I speak? What did I speak to you?
words.
Keep quiet. Okay, keep quiet. And 1 second. During this 1 second, you tell me, how do you feel? Dearest Papaji, for 32 years, since age of 5, I have been asked the question, what have I taken birth for? Why do I come here again and again? Excellent question. You are very lucky. Who is this David? Where is this David? Please come here. Are you from States?
I'm from America.
States?
Yes.
Already some people will hear, those who have been telling me that one man from Munshin, he said, from 2 years I have been inquiring why I have come to this world. Who am I? 2 years it astonished me. And someone said 16 years, and you said 5 years. Really wonderful. Some little work is left, and you are going to complete it. Okay. Yes. Wonderful. Wonderful. Here is the job. 5 years you have been inquiring why I have taken this birth, what for? Why I have come here again and again. I have eaten at the table of samsara for the thousands of years, and I have tasted all the dishes. I have touched all the experiences and the illusions that arise here. They no longer have anything to offer me. Discrimination. This is discrimination. So you have got to be equipped with discrimination, which is most essential for freedom. Discrimination. There is no pull, no lure, no enticement. Of course, you already know the story, same story for most of us who are here with you. Many, many years of Buddhist meditation practices, many, many teachers, many teachings. Ego arises, fear arises, worthiness, unworthiness, moments of grace, moments of silence, brief glimpses of freedom. To all of the teachings and to all of the teachers and to all of the presence, I say hello and now goodbye. Lucky. Lucky. You said goodbye to the teachers, to the teachings, and to the practices, okay? Then you have missed one person whom you have omitted to say goodbye. Who's that? Yes. Yes. Yes, say goodbye to to say goodbye, who has been saying goodbye to him who says goodbye, come to me then. Okay? No? Yeah. Okay, Sagar? Yeah, that's
Goodbye. Goodbye. Goodbye.
You say goodbye?
Goodbye. Namaste.
Then you have to say goodbye, namaste. Then it comes from here, swagatam, swagatam. From the other side, when you say goodbye to everybody, and then the host says, swagatam, come to me and become me itself. Swagatam, welcome, welcome, most welcome. Yeah. In my heart there is a promise, a special message from self to self. Right. Here you are. This is called, I say, welcome. Self to self. This is called swagatam, swagatam. Swa-agatam. Swa means myself. Agatam, self meeting self. Self meeting self. Even before my birth, it is there. It says freedom is possible, there is nothing more to do, there is no more I to do the doing. Yes, I, yes, and say goodbye to I.
You said goodbye to the I.
Yes, yes. All is done then. Goodbye to I. Therefore, when this boy asked, I want to be free, I said, keep quiet. Don't give rise to I. And you have done it, I'm very happy. Yeah. And see the difference. The time has now come. Freedom is, I am here for freedom. Freedom is the promise carried in my heart from birth to birth. For thousands of years there is no more postponement. Action. A gift from Krishna on Mavi, a photo of Papaji, a video of satsang, and a new book, Wake Up and Roar. I know instantly I go to Lucknow to go to satsang with Papaji. The river returns to the ocean. I have come home to satsang. I have come home to this great tiger, Papaji, the one who roars and pierces the illusions of mind, beauty, separation. Self comes home to self. Such a blessing, such a grace. In this precious moment of here and now, a real self comes home to ocean. I give up the name and received a birth. I ask to receive a new name from Papaji, from self to self. For so long, always the question, what have I taken birth for? Why do I come again and again? And now the answer arises, I have taken birth to enter into satsang. Yes. Yes. I have taken birth to wake up from the bondage of this samsara. Excellent, excellent. I am here to realize the freedom alone. I am here to realize the self who is already free. Beloved Papaji, I come with deepest gratitude. I come here in love. David. Excellent. This is your name. What is the meaning? I will tell you the meaning. Pronounce it, can you?
Anand Sagar.
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 Yeah.
Anand Sagar.
What is the meaning?
Ocean of bliss.
Ocean of bliss. Ocean of bliss. After freedom, you said the river entered into the ocean. Yes, so thus the river has entered into the ocean of bliss. You wanted freedom? This is the ocean of bliss. Your name here after this, I am ocean of bliss, consciousness, being. That's all. And then let there be waves of happiness. I'm happy with you. Excellent. Now you know the reason why you have been born, and you remember from 5 years, and now this is over. No return. My dear boy, you have done the job, and I give you congratulations on behalf of my children, and on my own behalf, and on behalf of the gods who are peeping through the walls. We are happy. You see them? They are jealous about it. It's good. Yes, good.
But the river comes home.
Huh?
The river comes home.
Yeah, the river comes home. Yeah. It was the home. Once upon a time, it evaporated, became clouds, became rain on the hills, then became river, running after day and night to return back home. And this is the circle to return back home, you see. But some rivers have stuck. They like the cities on the way. And they got stuck up, you see, and forgot the ocean itself. For them, who's responsible? Yes. Because some dam has been built. Some dam has been built on the way, the river is cut off. Nowadays, many dams are built, and the river is not a river now. Cannot return. You are free now. Good thing you have done it earlier. Now in these days, no river will flow into the ocean. Good time, matching time.
You're such a gift to us, Papaji. The rivers forget who they are and their origin, and you offer us that remembering. You say, "Come home."
Yes, come home.
And the rivers, all these rivers have come home to you.
Yes. Yes.
We all remember.
Yes. Very good, very nice. What do you say? There's no loudspeaker here today. Why? What? Huh?
I can make one.
Yeah, what is?
Yesterday,
Yeah.
I speak with persons about you, and I have to cry. And I sit here, and I see you, and I have to cry. My whole body, I don't know. I have to cry. And I asked me what's happened. What's this?
Sure. Okay. Meeting after a long time. Meeting after a long time. That's all one has to cry. Meeting after a long time, when the son is sent for education to some other countries, and when he returns back, the father also cries, the son also cries. In this meeting is wonderful meeting, you know that. Good luck, bad time. What a question. You don't need anything to do. Huh?
So beautiful.
Beautiful, no? You understand this crying? Who can cry? Just sit down. Sit down. Why this time? Why this crying is coming to you? Huh? You know, no? What's your name?
Klaus.
Huh?
Klaus. Klaus.
Klaus. From where?
Germany.
Which place?
Stuttgart.
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 Oh, Stuttgart. Chalo. Hello.
Thanks a lot that I can stay here.
Good. Better than meditation. Better than you don't need meditation, what I was speaking for. No, you don't need meditation. This is one way which I can't speak, because if I speak to Germans, they will send you to some particular place. She is German. But here I love it. No? You don't care. Very nice.
Oh God.
Happy?
Oh yeah. I can't imagine.
Huh?
I can't imagine this. I want your name. I want your name from you.
Old relationship. No one knows. Oh, no one knows. You don't recognize. All of you are very dearly, very nearly related to me. Someday you will know. Otherwise you have not come to me for nothing. Yes. One day you will know. What for you came, you will know. Then you will recognize all of you. Moscow is also laughing today. Moscow is also laughing. Moscow is also laughing. Moscow don't laugh. Well, very nice.
Thanks a lot.
Okay. चलो इसका नाम रखेंगे. चलो इसका नाम भी रखेंगे. Today Anand is going on very well today. Bliss is very. Chalo. Where is the book? Here was the book. Oh, very thick letters.
Papa, yeah, you still have to read this one, I think.
So much. चलो चलो चल भाग जा. Sadanand, his name is Sadanand. everlasting bliss, Sadananda. Can pronounce it?
Constant bliss.
Yes.
Sadanand.
Yes, Sadananda.
Sadanand. Total freedom.
Sadananda, Sadananda, Sadananda. Good.